Whether you are a print shop owner, a Etsy seller, or you're just someone who likes to make t-shirts for their friends and family, then you understand that having high quality mock-ups is a very key part to your business. It is basically the face of your brand. It is what people see when they come onto your website, when they go onto your social media. So you want to make sure that you are using high quality ones, but you also want to make sure that you are not breaking the bank. Mock-ups could become a very high cost for your business, but not anymore, because today I am taking you through the top mock-up sites to use that are not going to break the bank, and you can get so many different varieties, whether that's hats, tumblers, cups, or garments. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mick. I am the owner and the head of production here at amstransfers.com. We print everything from DTF transfers to screen print transfers, but we also do print apparel. So I understand that finding those mock-ups can be complicated. You want something that's cute, you want something that fits your aesthetic, but at the same time you want to be able to still have that custom design placed on there, the design that you want. So today we are deep diving into the world of mock-ups, and I'm going to give you the best tips and the best spots to find them. So let's just kick things off by kind of talking about what a mock-up is. Obviously we all know mock-ups are t-shirts, or they are files that you can put your designs on. You're also able to showcase the colors, the different sizes, and at the actual type of garment that you're using. So if using like a comfort colors is very key to your brand, then you're able to showcase that through a mock-up. It is also about finding a little bit of realism. Maybe they want to see how it would fit on a human body rather than just on a flat lay. So mock-ups definitely give you that little kick of unique while still not having to spend thousands of dollars on models. But let's just jump straight into it. You don't have to wait any longer. So we are just going to start with the complete basics, and that is obviously where everyone usually will typically find their mock-ups, and that is Etsy. So if you are looking, you don't really care about the price, you're not really sure what you're looking for, this is a great place to start. So honestly, when I first started, I would just type in mock-ups. It could be clothing, it could be candles if you're looking for that, but you're gonna find a bunch of different shops that you can purchase their mock-ups. The one downside to the Etsy, I would say, for purchasing is that it can get very expensive. Like here you'll see that there are some for like $80, and that's on sale. So they'll go up to like $300, $400. And another thing about Etsy is that a lot of them are the same. So you're gonna find a lot of like these you might find with this one that I'm showing. You'll get bundles, you will get, like this one says Bella Canvas, and guys, honestly, these are just AI. So if you're looking for a mock-up like this, you can honestly just go to ChatGPT and type that in, and you're gonna get kind of like a mock-up like that. It really does come down to what you type in for your prompt. But there are ones that are like actual human beings, and with that stuff, those are like models that did take the pictures and people sold those to mock-ups, but a lot of them are going to be the same. So this person has it sold for their whole shop. You can use it in Canva, which we'll go into a little bit about that later. So Etsy is a great place to start if you want to. You still do have to kind of edit the designs as you do that, but great place to start. You can get some flat lays if you're wanting that, and you'll see also that they'll have like the Bella Canvas, or they'll have like comfort colors. You can see, let's see if we can look up like right here. So you have some comfort colors here, and I've purchased these in the past, but like even right here on this one, you get a comfort colors, but it's one mock-up for $3.22. And if you are selling custom t-shirts or you're selling an apparel, you're not going to be using just one color. So I do find Etsy being a little limited when it comes to things like this, but again, great place. I have found some great sellers on here. When I was starting out, I think I just am a little more experienced now on the mock-up game, so I try not to spend money on them. If I can't find a mock-up anywhere else, I might use Etsy, but I would say it's definitely for beginners. But there are other places, guys, I promise. Another place you can look for mock-ups is going to be Placeit. You can get a free account. I've done this in the past, but it's just your very basic mock-up. These are a little more, if you want to put them on social media, but they're just very basic, you know, like, I mean, I don't use this anymore. I don't use Placeit anymore, so they might have upped their level since everything came out, but it's really just your basic. You can get some videos. I will show you guys some of the past mock-ups I've used personally from Placeit, and it just wasn't my favorite. So I personally wouldn't use Placeit, but there's other places like that are like it. So you can always use that if you want to. But Placeit, like I think I've literally used this exact one in the past for one of my designs. So Placeit and Etsy are definitely ones that I would check out if you're just starting out. It's very basic, very straightforward. You literally don't have to do anything. You can just walk through, put your design in, and I'll show you guys how I do that. I'm not going to purchase one on Etsy, but basically the way that I'm going to show you in a couple minutes here will be the same way as you'll do it on Etsy. So if you want to use AI, you can always use ChatGPT. So we're going to try making one here and seeing how it works. So let's ask it mock-up for my t-shirt brand. So let's just ask what it says. To create the perfect mock-up, I need to just a couple details. So we're gonna tell it the shirt style we want. So let's do a comfort colors. Color of the shirt. What color shirt? We'll say a moss color. We'll do one just like that one. Design placement. We're gonna do full chest. Background, do you want a style background, plain, neutral, or a lifestyle? Let's do a lifestyle background. Target audience is a shirt for men. So I think this question is basically, are we going to put a man in the placement and all of that? So we'll say it's for women and file format. So we do want to make sure that we can use it in any other spot. So we can do a PNG because you can really use, and I'll go into a little more detail about a PSD later on in the video, but for this one we're going to do a PNG so that we can upload it. Okay, so if you don't have a design, I would recommend using, so like it's asking me here if I want to upload a design onto the shirt. So you can if you have the design already. If you don't, that's okay. But you can, let's see, I think I might have a design in here. Okay, so I do have some designs in here. We're gonna actually do this one. We'll do this one. Okay, so I have my design. I'm going to upload it and see. So again, if you already have a design, I'm gonna show you if you don't have a design, how to do that in a little bit. But this is if you already have a design. It's going to create a mock-up for you. We're going to see how it looks. We're going to kind of review it, and then I will show you at the end of this video, not at the end, in like a couple minutes here after this one. So this is great if you have time to do it. If you have ChatGPT, I'm sure we've all heard of it nowadays. It just does take some time. So if you're in a rush, this might not be the best time to do it, but you can probably do other things. You can get everything loaded up. Let's see. I don't also know if it's going to be a Flatlay. I didn't really specify that. It does kind of look like it might be a Flatlay, and I'm not ideal. Yeah, so this isn't going to be ideal to get the feeling of someone actually wearing your garment, but this looks good so far, and it kind of is picking up on what the design actually is. This was the design right here. It says feeling beachy, and it's going to take that design and it's going to make a mock-up. I mean, this is pretty cool. Yeah, so this is the mock-up that Chat created. Definitely worth it if you want to. It still looks pretty like realistic. Obviously, no one's wearing it, so if that's what you're going for, the design itself and the actual mock-up is very usable. So we did the ChatGPT, we did the Etsy, we did the Placeit. Those are all great ways to get it. They're just going to, besides Chat, Placeit and Etsy are going to cost you a little bit of money. Canva also, which is what we're going to do next, will cost money, but you might be able to find more. So I just brought this up. It was just like for an Instagram post, but I typed in mockup over in the elements. So with Canva, you can use the mockups. So if you guys can see off to right here, it will say Pro. That means that you have like Canva Plus, Canva, like the upgraded version of it. That is going to cost you money. I think it's like $12.99 a month. I might be wrong on that, but we can see if there's any free ones. So like here, we'll add a page. This one says it would be free, so if you really don't care about the style of it, you can always use this one. This one says it's free. This is a little bit better for mockups, but the best ones are obviously going to be paid. So if you're on Canva, and this will be the same way if you download a mockup, you can do it on Canva. You can just basically use it for exactly as you intend to. Type in t-shirt mockup, you can add in your designs, and then you have, the only thing is you can't really change the color. That sucks, but I'm sure there's some that you can, like this one, you can change this color to, if you want it to be pink, it says you can change the color, but it's not letting you. So I don't know if that's mine or if this is just one that you can't change the color. Either way, let's try another one. So we'll try something a little different. With these, you can do actual photos if you pay. I mean, these aren't paid. Like this one isn't a paid one. So this is, you can get this completely free. If you already have your design, this one is literally completely free, which is nice. So I'm gonna do that, take this down here. All right guys, did have to take a temporary pause to get my camera plugged in. But as I was saying, with Canva, this one is completely free. So you can use it without having a subscription. If you have your design already loaded up, just make sure that you're getting it all right. You don't want it to look too fake. That's kind of the weird thing about mockup sometimes, is that the mockup person is like slanted like this person is. You kind of have to mess around with it to make sure that it still looks realistic. So that's a free version, not breaking the bank. And again, you'll be able to see what is the free version based on, like, if it says pro or if it just says like there's nothing on the bottom, then it's completely free. So there's plenty of options on Canva that are free. These are all free right here. So you got this. Oh, this one's a pro. But if you're doing mugs, you've got that. So great option for free. You're not going to get the best quality, obviously, but it's a great option if you're just starting out. Now, if you don't have a design already picked out, obviously you guys have heard us talk about Design Gen. It is our custom t-shirts with AI. So again, you're completely onto AI, but you actually can get a free mock-up with this. We're going to try it out. So this is what it looks like if you like don't have a design, even if you have like an idea of a design. And I'll show you guys what I mean by that in just a second here. If I need to make a, oops, guys, I'm having a hard time spelling today. Need to make a, okay, so we're gonna do, I need to make a bachelorette tee for, say this is great. Bride's name is Mick, and okay, there we go. We'll just say that, or slogan to include the T. Let's say last fling before the ring. Can you make it trendy? So we'll see what it comes up with this. I do have a, here we go. Nope, this sounds good. All right, so we're gonna have it design this. So while it is designing that, I'm going to show you guys the next step. If you already have like inspiration for what you want your design to look like, how Design Gen can make that happen. I'm gonna do the same thing. I need to make a bachelorette tee. Use this as inspo, but change the bride's name to Mick. Okay, so this is where you can add your inspo pic in. Okay, so if you guys didn't see what the design looked like, this is the inspo pic that I put in. I just got it off of Google. I was like, I want this to look like my bachelorette tee, but I don't want Ashley's bachelorette. It's going to be Mick's bachelorette. And let's say, can we change the location to like Nashville? I think I spelled Tennessee wrong. Okay, so while that loads, let's go check the other one. So this is just the very basic design. It tells you Mick's last fling before the ring. You can right here, it'll say, do you want to make any adjustments? So if you want to continue editing the design, you can, but this will kind of just give you a basic, like here, I didn't really specify, so it says black and white, or black, white, and metallic gold. But all that to say, for the mock-ups, you can download the actual mock-up right here. You can change the color of the tee. But if you have, like I said, inspiration for your t-shirt, you can do that. So this is just if you don't have a design. This will kind of, and you can go back and forth with it. If you are like, I don't like that, go find a design, put it in there. It'll give you the likeness of that design. Let's check out this one. So this was the one that I actually uploaded, and I said this is what I want the inspo to look like. And man, guys, it got that down to the T. Let's look at this. It's going to download the design. So we are looking at the two next to each other. This is crazy. They're basically the exact same. This is Design Gen. I basically, like, if I just put this in and got this out of it. So you can do that with your own t-shirt if you find inspiration you like online and you just need to make adjustment. This is like perfect. So now that we have a design, we're going to find a mock-up as well. If you want like a human mock-up, we're going to find a mock-up as well. So I'm going to save this, and I am actually going to try to make this almost exact mock-up. So this is my little secret that I was telling you guys about. If you want a human mock-up, you don't want to pay huge amounts of prices, like I said on Etsy, we're going to go here. This is my chef's kiss of small business. You can get, like it says up here, a deal for one, like it says $3.99 a month. So we paid $47 for a full year, and it is a gold mine of things. So let's do mock-ups for t-shirts. I told you guys my spelling's off today. Okay, so we are aiming to find one that was kind of like that exact. We saw this is kind of what that looked like a little bit. So we're going to click on it. Maybe this person has some. And when I said that you pay that, like, so like the deal says $3.99 a month. So we paid $47. You get access to everything. You get licensing to everything. So you do get a bunch of different mock-ups you don't have to pay the price on Etsy and all of that. So let's see, guys, I think we found it. I think we literally found the first for that exact, and it's right here, I think. Okay, so we're going to download this. Again, I bought the licensing for all of these, so I'm going to use it. Okay, so we have our mock-up. Okay, so we are going to circle back and kind of review the mock-up that we're looking for. We are looking to create basically this mock-up that I found. I have a design that I want to make that's just like that, and we so far are hitting it. So we used Design Gen to make the design, which is this. So we have Mixed Bachelorette, and then we also found a mock-up on Creative Fabrica. Okay, it's pretty close. Now, how are we going to get the design onto the mock-up? There's a couple ways you can do it. You can do it on Canva, like I showed you. You just have to upload them. Or you can do it on, this is what I like to use. It's called, well, I learned the other day, apparently it's not Photopea, it's just Photopea. It's a free version of Photoshop, so if you don't have all of that, you can use Photopea. I'm going to upload the mock-up as well as my t-shirt design. Okay, looks great. Where's my t-shirt? Here's my mock-up. Okay, so we have our design, and now you can just get this little pointer thing right here. You can see the move tool, and then you just grab the design, and we're going to take it over to the mock-up. Now here you can resize it. Okay, so here you can resize it if you want. Get it all on the thing, and then there you have, we're going to turn off that, you have the mock-up. So this is almost identical. Let's pull it up. Export it as a PNG, whatever you want to do with it. If you're uploading it, if you're sending it to people, it really doesn't matter. So we're going to just save it. I mean, guys, that was crazy. We did that for a total of, like, I mean, if you want to count the monthly fee of $3.99 when we would have had to go buy the design itself. So if you don't have a design or you didn't create on Design Gen, you do have to like go buy it off of Etsy. You can do it on Creative Fabrica as well. You can find some designs or PNGs that you like on there. But if you don't have it, you're going to have to pay one way or another. So you're going to have to either buy it on Etsy or buy it somewhere else. But this is pretty crazy. I got this, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I found this mock-up and this bride on Etsy, and it was like, because it was the mock-up of the t-shirt as well as the design or something like that, and they were charging like $14. But when you're just starting out in a business and you don't really have a lot of money or time, this is a great way to get your mock-ups, get your designs made, and this is pretty pretty stinking close. So this is the mock-up from Creative Fabrica, and this is the mock-up that I found on Google. That was one a lot easier, in my opinion, than having to scope through the amount of mock-ups and trying to find while still the best price, because obviously there's going to be shops on like Etsy that have a lot of reviews and a lot of like, they created a brand for themselves, and those people will charge more because they're like known for on Etsy, and they can't. So just make sure you're scoping them out, looking at what you can find. That's just what I think when it comes down to it. So we did that with the Creative Fabrica and all of that. Don't have designs. Well, even if you have inspiration for designs, we can help you with that. Design Gen's perfect for it. Creative Fabrica is a great place for mockups. ChatGPT, another great place if you want to kind of work around, talk to it, because it does take a little bit to get that. But Creative Fabrica, honestly, I can't speak highly enough about them, because it still allows creators to get paid and make their money, where like it's just not as expensive as purchasing them all individually. So guys, it comes down to what exactly you're looking for, what's going to fit your style. I truly believe you can find anything on Creative Fabrica and Design Gen, but if you are wanting to have more of the traditional designs that you see like other people have, you could probably find them on Etsy. I just am a huge believer that you do need to find stuff that sets you apart from other people, and when I see 5 different companies having the same mockups, it kind of sets off something in my head where I'm like, oh, they didn't actually take this, or this isn't like anything special, it kind of just is another one. That's just my opinion. If that's okay with you, then go for it. Also, there's always the option of taking your own mock-ups, and that just is a lot of work. You can take pictures, Flatlays, you can have people wear them. You just have to make sure that you're editing them so that they're high quality. You don't want it to look like family pictures, if that makes sense. So shop around, see what you like, but make sure that you are producing high quality mock-ups. You're taking the time to learn what mock-ups are going to work best for your brand. You don't want to throw in some random, if you're not even selling children's clothing, you clearly don't want like a child on your mock-up. So just make sure that you are fitting into your brand as well as still performing high quality. And also you can kind of make it all look brand cohesive. But I actually am working on a full series for you guys on creating a t-shirt brand from scratch. I am going to be doing deep dives. I am going to be basically putting myself in your shoes, starting from bottom. I'll get into more details about that soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that, because it's going to be exciting and it's going to be a challenge. But that is going to wrap up today's video for the mockups, guys. Let me leave in the comments if you have any questions, or even if you have your own mockups, you sell mockups, leave them below. I would love to check out what you guys got, but I will see you in my next video.
One thought, the future's begun.